Hello everyone, this is Johnny Crass and we're gonna try to do another battle report. So 2,500 points, Bay Area Open practice. Yeah, it's Bay Area Open.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. So you know my list, 10 Infernal Guard, 25 with Fire Glaives, 25 with Great Weapons, with Prophet with a bunch of fun kit, BSB with a bunch of fun kit, a Pain Train, Death Shrieker, Magma Cannon, Demon Smith, Kadai Destroyer, and Siege Gigante. Over here, it's Felbats, right? Yeah. Zeds, more Zeds, Skeleton unit. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Other Skeleton unit, Bats, Graveguard with great weapons, 5 dogs, Hex Wraiths, Black Knight Buffs with level 4 Vampire Lord and level 2 Hero Vamp, and Terrorgeist. We haven't rolled for first turn, so...
I got a Vanguard.
Oh, and Vanguards. Yeah, yeah.
Just straight up, everyone.
Just rushing and crushing with Vanguards. And as you can see, actual painted models, so no complaints this time. So, first turn. 5 and a 2. So, Vampire Counts take it, and we'll see you at the bottom of Vampire Counts 1. So, bottom of Vampires turn 1. Everything on one flank at least pushes up after the Hex Wraith and Dog Vanguards and moves and all that. Magic saw just Bubble Van Hels, right? Or am I forgetting something?
I think that's it. Bubble Van Hels.
Yeah.
Everything else is dispelled.
Everything else got dispelled. Pushes up, as you can see, with the Van Hels move. Terrorgeist screams at Gigante and deals 3 wounds. And it's on to Chaos Dwarves turn 1. Bottom of Chaos Dwarf turn 1. Destroyer passes his frenzy and moves around the ethereal just to get out of dodge. Gigante pulls a sneaky maneuver and turns around to stop any charges or attempt to stop any. Pain Train moves up, shoot at the Spirit Host. That unit moves up a little bit. They just march up to actually get in the fight because putting them on the flank was a mistake. Magic Ash Storm goes off on the Black Knight unit, which is really the only spell I wanted to go off. Shooting, Magma Cannon kills 7. Yeah, 7 Graveguard and Dog. And the Death Shrieker plops a solid missile on the Terrorgeist. Wounds, and up rolls the 6, so dead Terrorgeist. Okay, view of end of turn 1, and we'll see you in Vampire Counts turn 2. Alright, end of Vampire Counts turn 2. Spirit Host failed charged into the Magma Cannon. Hex Wraiths charged the Demon Smith. Everyone else just kind of trundled up a little bit. Graveguard marched past the Destroyer. Bats went into Operation Stop the Destroyer. And all the blocks pushed up. Dogs moved up within an inch of the Iron Demon. Magic, Ash Storm really prevented him from doing anything because the spell is bent. And combat, Demon Smith manages to chop down 1 Hex Wraith and then dies and they overrun into the Magma Cannon. Okay, Chaos Dwarf turn 2. End of Chaos Dwarf turn 2. Destroyer charges the bats, eats them, overruns into the skeletons. Train charges the wolves, eats them, and then reforms a little bit. They march up onto the hill to maybe support the Destroyer in the future. Gigante continues to hide behind his Tower of Shame. Magic phase. I Curse of a Shoot off the remaining wound on the Spirit Host. And then I force Ash Storm back on the Black Knights, killing killing 12 dwarves. But Prophet lives, and that's all I care about. I kill a Hexwraith too. You know, that's not bad. Combat's a tickle fight here. Destroyer does what he's supposed to do. And it's on to Chaos Dwarf turn, or Vampire Count's turn 3. Bottom of Vampire Count's 4, right? Or is this 3? This is 3. Not much really happens. Just a lot of shuffling, a lot of blocking. Magic Phase, nothing happens again because of Ash Storm. Ash Storm's really a bent spell, and it's going to be my crutch for every tournament game I play. Combat, Destroyer brings that 30-something odd block down to 14. We're just not going to remove them because they'll be gone next turn. Over here, they clean up the War Machine and reform, and everyone passes their panic. Okay, Chaos Dwarf turn 3. Bottom of Chaos Dwarf turn 3. Destroyer passed his toughness test, which I remembered at the end of the turn. Giant charged the bats. Those dwarves charged the zombies. And that was about it. Magic, I threw some dice at a snipe spell, got dispelled. Threw some dice at Ash Storm, got his dispel scroll. And then got Breath of Hatred off on my main unit just because I could. Shooting, nothing happened. Rocket scattered off horrendously. Combat, Chaos Dwarves beat the zombies by, after ranks and banner and everything, 5. So 5 more crumbled. Destroyer picked up the skeletons, reformed to look in here. And Gigante cleaned up the bats, and because he has Berserk Rage, had to overrun. Alright, on to Vampire Count's turn 4. Okay, bottom of Vampire Count's turn 4. Yeah. Zombies charge flank of the Destroyer. No other charges. Graveguard push up, Black Knights back up. Hexwraiths just move away from the cannon, and dogs move towards it. Magic. It was a decent-sized magic phase. I managed to stop Raise Dead in front of my Destroyer. Had to let through an Invocation, which brought a lot of zombies back and the 2 zombie units. And then had to scroll Van Hale so the Black Knights wouldn't get away. Combat, Dwarves barely won by Musician. Destroyer won by like 2. 1. And then reformed. Fail by the Destroyer. And yeah, on to Chaos Dwarf turn 4. So bottom of Chaos Dwarf turn 4. Everything just shuffles up a little bit. BSB goes to the second place instead of the side. Magic phase. I get off 2 spells. First spell is the Snipe spell, which does nothing on the Vampire Lord, because I forgot I didn't forget, but he's toughness 5, and yeah. Then I force Ash Storm again, because Ash Storm is amazing. I take a strength 6 hit, which does not wound me, but then I fail my toughness test because of the Sorcerer's Curse. So I take a wound, but gain a toughness. Rocket fires at the Vampire Lord, but I scatter off and do nothing. Iron Demon blows away 4 Black Knights. Yeah, 4. Those dwarves chop down a healthy number of zombies and still remain intact. And the Destroyer leaves 2 zombies standing, which kind of sucks, but it'll force him to charge again, so it's not too bad. Alright, I think that is Chaos Dwarf turn 4. So, Vampire Count's turn 5. Graveguard charged the flank of the Infernal Guard. Black Knights continue to try to get out of dodge. Puppies charge the cannon, and Hexrays shuffle up. And those skeletons charge the flank of the Destroyer. Magic phase. I don't think anything really happened.
They were Ash Storms.
Oh, they were under Ash Storm, so nothing did happen. Shooting, there's no shooting in either army really these days. Combat is dogs killed 2 crew, but crew stuck around. Here, Graveguard, just they were only 2 models were only touching, so we killed each other's champions, and and a few more dwarves died. I think 2 more, and I killed 1 Graveguard. Over here, these dwarves continue to stay resolute and just keep cutting down those zombies. Dealt like 5 wounds this time. And Destroyer did what he does best, cleaned up that zombie unit and picked up most of the skeletons. So it's on to Chaos Dwarf turn 5. So bottom of Chaos Dwarf turn 5. Train moves around to shoot the Hex Wraiths. Gigante just backs up. Magic. I managed to do 2 wounds on the Vampire Lord with Curse of a Shut, but sadly Ash Storm gets dispelled. Combat, those dwarves remain resolute and unwounded and bring the zombies down to 2. Destroyer brings the skeletons down to 5. We continue to just slog it out with the Graveguard. We're not going to go anywhere until they kill all the dwarves. And that's it. So the game is over. We just played through turn 6. Vampire Lord charged in here, as did the dogs. Hexwraith ran over there to be the Destroyer's best friend, just buddy. The other vampire exited this unit, and the Black Knights ran away to safety. Magic got Van Hales off. He healed all his wounds back up. And then in the Vampire Counts combat phase, all my Infernal Guard died. So, my turn. I do what I can. The Pain Train moves up to shoot at the Vampire hero. And I get Ash Storm off on the Graveguard. Shooting, Pain Train kills the Vampire hero. Combat, both my brave characters die valiantly, and that's the game. We need to tally everything up, and we'll get back